we're still sitting in your office and we have a disagreement, and
Yeah.
you're saying the child can't go back, but I'm saying, well, my child has a right to be here in public school and I want my child to go back to class. And so now if we're sitting there in that room and we're having this disagreement, where is that going to go?
Like I said, my recommendation, if you're looking to facilitate a solution that you have in mind, or not you, or any parent who wants their child back in class without a mask, is to then
Sure, I get it.
because that would be it. His authority is greater than mine.
His authority is greater than yours, but at the same time, they say that they recommend these guidelines to the individual schools, and then the principals of those individual schools are the ones that decide how they're going to be enforced.
I haven't read that language, Eric. The school board sets policy. The superintendent directs the individuals under him to follow out that policy.
With discretion.
I don't have a lot of discretion on this. It's been, when I look at the guidelines that have been written, it's pretty clear what I have to do. I don't have a choice to say a student can't be in the classroom without a face covering.
Okay, so now we're sitting in your office, and it's all hypothetical. We're sitting in your office.
Sure.
We come to this stalemate. I refuse to take my child home. I want him to go back in the classroom. You're saying my child can't go back into the classroom. What do we do now?
I don't know what options you would have. There might be some options to look at other schools in the area that allow.
Now we're talking about segregation.
No, I'm just saying that there's rules here for students who are going to attend.
There is rules. No, there is rules. There is rules, but there's also rules that the school has to follow in order to take a child out of school. There has to be some form of it.
Yeah, it would be. We have rules we have to follow if we suspend a student. You're correct.
Yeah.
There would be a suspension. This is not a disciplinary action. This is a health and safety protocol that we are required.
I know, but it's circumventing some things here. So it's not a suspension, but the child can't be at school. So that's kind of the same. It's almost like an expulsion, because if the child continues to not want to wear a mask and the parent continues for the child to not wear a mask, you said they can go find another place to go to school. That would be like you got expelled from the school.
Well, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't be on the record.
I know, and that's the problem.
The child and the family has an option to come to this school, or I believe most schools in the county that are public, and the guidelines are masks inside and not outside.
I know, but these are recommendations.
Okay. Eric, I'm not sure where to go with this.
I'm not sure either. That's why I'm calling you, because
And
I
I called you back so we could talk. I would say, sounds like you're looking to get a clear answer. Okay, and I don't know if you're looking for a specific answer, just a clear answer.
I'm just looking. I'm looking for a general idea of what's going to happen when this does happen.
Yeah.
And because it's going to happen.
Well, it hasn't yet. We've asked our families and our parents to be as understanding as possible. That we have to look out for the well-being of 740 kids. And not one kid, not two kids, but all of them. And we have to have some guidelines around that. And so we're following the California Department of Public Health guidelines around this.
Now, would trespassing the child off of the property ever come into play?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Now, if the parent and the child refuse to leave, and say
at some point, I'd probably call my district office and say, I've got a situation with a family here. They're not being, they're just refusing to leave. At some point, I'd check in with my superintendent and say, what advice you have? He'd probably come down and try to talk to the parents and say, folks, we can work this out. I'm not sure if it's going to be to your satisfaction, but we're going to try to help you have a situation that works for you. But just sitting in the office here, we have to carry on with the rest of our day to support all of our kids.
So now another question. What if this was multiple?
Eric, you know what?
What, you don't want to talk anymore?
I don't want to cut you off, but it's been a long day and it's 5 minutes to 6.
Yeah, but this is very important. This is very important. It's something that you're going to be dealing with shortly. You know, and what if there's
I just want you
15?
to know that I'm expected at a 6 o'clock appointment.
What if there's 15 or 20 kids?
What if it's what?
What if it's 15 or 20 kids and parents?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, some of these things we're crossing that bridge when we get to it
Because there's no guidelines.
Situations change.
And there's
Well,
no.
there's guidelines. There's guidelines, and we just have to. When we get to that point, we got to go. Okay, how do we handle this within the guidelines we have?
So, all right. So just so we're clear, there's no protocol for a plan of action if a group of children and parents decide that they don't want their kids to wear masks anymore and they send their kids to school without a mask.
There's options for them. I don't think the option of being on campus in the class, well, outside's okay, but inside with a mask off or no face covering is an option.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then when the parents refuse to take their kids off campus, this is going to have to be figured out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would hope that people would have grace during this time. I would ask that would be something for everybody to consider, is that we are a community and we pull together instead of not.
Yeah, exactly. And provide.
The parents have done an incredible job of that so far.
And provide the choice for the students.
Well, right now, the choice of not wearing a mask inside, with the exception of a doctor's note to wear a shield, is not an option.
Yeah, so there's no choice.
Yeah,
there's no choice.
Right, there isn't because of the situation.
Yeah.
We're in it.
Yep, I get it. I understand the situation. I understand the intention of it, and I just wanted to talk to you. And
I hope the intention feels like we're doing the best.
it does not. It does not. It feels like there's a psychological
Okay.
war against our children, and people are going to stand up here in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
I'm glad we could have a civil conversation about it, and I appreciate that you're at least giving me a sense of what some of the feelings are out there, and that's helpful.
yeah, I'm giving you a sense of what to expect, and just don't judge these parents and these kids that they just want choice. That's what it is, and they don't want to have their faces covered. You know, they want to retain their rights.
Yeah, I'm going to guess we all have personal experiences we can share from the last year and a half, and some of those for some people are really, really tough situations, and for others it's a loss of freedom. For other people it's, I talked to a parent the other day who lost their sister to COVID, and it was like, wow. So, there's different perspectives.
Yeah, you should talk to the kids about, their psychological well-being and how insecure they are now because they've had their faces covered and now they don't want to uncover their faces.
Yeah, so some of the things we're doing this year to try to support them is, one, making sure we're out and about during the day outside so we can just make that connection because they have the option of putting the mask on or not. And so that's a good thing. Yeah, and trying to have as much mental health support as possible. So we've added more of that into our program.
Yep, yeah. Pretty crazy that you got to add mental health into the curriculum because the kids are forced to have a face covering.
Yeah.
Pretty sad. What a waste of resources and time when they could be learning things and not have to be worrying about their mental health.
Yeah. Eric, I thank you for calling.
Yep.
And again, I would encourage you, if you're looking for a different answer or further the conversation at another level, is to give Superintendent Andy Parsons a call.
Yeah, I've left him quite a few messages. Actually, I never got a call back. But I've talked to.
Would you like me to at least let him know that you are looking forward to a call back?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will do that. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye.